lights glow on the avenue. Midnight paints the world in blue. Inside the cafe, candles shine. Someone pours another wine. She sits alone but never shy, with a spark inside her eye. Every stranger feels the charm of the rhythm in her arms. She's the queen of the jazz cafe tonight, dancing soft and golden light. Every soul begins to sway when the band begins to play. She's the queen of the jazz cafe tonight, shining bright in velvet light. Every dream begins to start when the trumpet wakes the heart. The bass walks slow beneath the tune, soft as shadows under moon. Every rhythm knows her name. Every spark becomes a flame. She's a queen of the jazz cafe tonight, moving soft in amber light. Let the whole night play so far for the queen of the midnight bar. She's the queen of the jazz cafe tonight, moving soft and amber light. Let the whole night play so far for the queen of the midnight bar. Soft blue smoke in the air tonight, candles flicker in gentle light. The trumpet cries a lonely tune underneath the swinging moon. She sits alone with a glass of wine, watching shadows drift in time. When she smiles, the whole room sees a melody and harmony. She's the satin jazz lady tonight, floating soft in amber light. Every dream begins to sway when the band begins to play. She's the satin jazz lady tonight, shining bright in velvet light. Every heart begins to glow like a fire burning slow. walks low beneath the sound. Piano echoes all around. Every rhythm knows her name. Every spark becomes a flame. She's the satin jazz lady tonight, dancing soft in silver light. Let the whole night play so far for a queen of the midnight bar. She's the satin jazz lady tonight, dancing soft in silver light. Let the whole night play so far for the queen of the midnight bar. Golden light on cafe floor, soft jazz drifting through the door. A saxophone begins to sing while the quiet trumpets swing. Laughter floating through the room like perfume in soft bloom. Every stranger feels the glow where the midnight breezes blow. Golden hour starts to play. Night and music drift away. Every heart begins to glide with the rhythm as the guide. Moonlight dancing on the bar, silver shining from afar. Every dream begins to start deep inside a swinging heart. The piano hums a velvet rhyme, soft brass echoes out of time. Every spark begins to rise like the stars within those eyes. Golden hour starts to play. Jazz and moonlight lead the way. Let the whole night drift afar the doors of every door. The room is quiet, the lights are low. The saxophone begins to glow. A slow, sweet rhythm fills the air, while dreams are drifting everywhere. She walks alone through the velvet door, like a song they've heard before. Every step a melody, every breath a symphony. She's the velvet night woman tonight, shining soft in golden light. Every heart begins to sway when the band begins to play. She's the velvet night woman tonight, burning bright in neon light, free as wind beneath the stars, queen of every smoky bar. The piano hums a tender rhyme, trumpets echo out of time. Every dream begins to fly, like the rhythm of the sky. She's the velvet night woman tonight, glowing warm and amber light. Let the whole night play so far for the queen of the midnight bar. The lights are low in the velvet room, trumpets sigh to a midnight tune. Glasses shine an amber glow, while the quiet rhythm moves slow. Heels tapping soft across the floor, every heartbeat wanting more. A whisper travels through the air, magic walking through the bar tonight. Midnight wears a crown, golden echoes in the light. Every dream begins to sway when the band begins to play. Stars above the smoky bar shine like secrets from afar. Freedom dancing in the air, jazz and moonlight everywhere. The piano hums beneath the sound, warm brass melodies around. Every spark begins to rise like the starlight in her eyes. Midnight wears a crown tonight, velvet glowing soft and bright. Let the record spin so far, queen of every midnight bar. Cry tonight, velvet glowing soft and bright. Let the record spin so far, queen of every midnight bar. Street lights glow along the rain, taxi horns sing once again. Inside the lounge the trumpets sigh, like a whisper from the sky. Velvet shadows on the wall, soft piano through the hall. Every stranger feels the charm, hidden in that quiet calm. Swing Street shining bright tonight, golden music in the light. Every dream begins to sway when the band begins to play. Moonlit rhythm fills the air, soft jazz magic everywhere. Every soul begins to glow in the fire burning slow. through the sky. Every spark begins to rise, lost inside those velvet eyes. Swing Street shining bright tonight, neon glowing warm and bright. Let the midnight music start, dancing through the city hearts. Swing Street shining bright tonight, neon glowing warm and bright. Let the midnight music start, dancing through the city heart. Soft blue smoke in candlelight, trumpets drifting through the night. The bass walks slow along the floor, like a story told before. A quiet smile, a knowing glance, every rhythm starts to dance. Silken shadows gently flow where the warm jazz breezes blow. Satin dreams begin to swing, golden horns begin to sing. Every heart begins to play in the rhythm of the day. Moonlight spilled across the bar, silver shining from afar. Every soul begins to glow, and the fire burning slow. The piano laughs beneath the tune, soft as shadows under moon. Every dream begins to rise, like the sparkle in those eyes. Satin dreams begin to swing, trumpets bright and voices sing. Let the whole night drift away in the music of the sway. trumpets drifting warm and slow. A quiet rhythm fills the room, like perfume and gentle bloom. Velvet laughter in the air, midnight magic everywhere. Every stranger feels the spark, lighting up the smoky dark. Jazz and stardust fill the night, golden echoes burning bright. Every dream begins to sway when the band begins to play. Moonlight shining on the bar, silver drifting from afar. Every soul begins to glow in the rhythm moving slow. The piano hums a velvet rhyme, trumpets singing out of time. Every spark begins to rise, like the stars within those eyes. Jazz and stardust fill the night, swinging softly in the light. Let the midnight music start, dancing through the velvet heart. Jazz and stardust fill the night, swinging softly in the light. Let the midnight music start, dancing through the velvet heart. The city sleeps beyond the door, but the jazz begins to roar. Golden horns and velvet sound, spinning slowly all around. Shadows dancing on the wall, soft piano through the hall. Every stranger feels the flame, burning softly in the game. Midnight fire fills the air, warm jazz magic everywhere. Every heart begins to glide with the rhythm as the guide. Silver moon above the bar, dreams awakening from a every soul begins to glow in the music, drifting slow. Bass walks deep beneath the tune, soft as shadows under moon. Every spark begins to rise like the fire knows eyes. Midnight fire fills the air. Let the whole night drift away in the music of the sway. Midnight fire fills the air, jazz and moonlight everywhere. Let the whole night drift away. Moonlight spills across the floor, soft jazz echoing once more, trumpets beating golden sound, while the quiet bass walks round. Candles flicker through the air, midnight magic everywhere. Every stranger feels the spark, lighting up the smoky dark. Moonlight singing through the bar, silver shining from afar. Every heart begins to sway when the band begins to play. Golden echoes warm and bright, dancing softly through the night. Every dream begins to glow in the rhythm moving slow. Tender eye, trumpets shining out of time. Every spark begins to rise, like the starlight in those eyes. Moonlight singing through the bar, Let the midnight music flow where the velvet breezes blow. Like singing through the fire, just drifting in far. Let the midnight music flow where the velvet breezes blow. Midnight whispers through the door, soft jazz drifting on the floor, trumpets glowing warm and bright, painting dreams across the night. Candle shadows slowly sway while the music finds its way. Every stranger feels the spark lighting up the smoky dark. Velvet crown upon the night, golden echoes in the light. Every dream begins to glide with a rhythm as a guide. Moonlight shining on the bar, silver drifting from afar. Every heart begins to glow in a fire burning slow. The piano hums a gentle rhyme, trumpets singing out of time. Every spark begins to rise, like the stars within those eyes. Let the record spin so far for the queen of the midnight bar. at the midnight bar. Rain falls softly on the street. City lights begin to meet. Inside the bar the trumpets cry, like a whisper from the sky. Golden echoes through the room, chasing shadows and the gloom. Every stranger feels the spark, lighting up the velvet dark. Night swing magic fills the air, warm jazz drifting everywhere. Every heart begins to sway when the band begins to play. Moonlight shining soft and far, silver floating through the bar. Every dream begins to rise, lost inside those velvet eyes. The bass walks slow beneath the tune, soft as shadows under moon. Every spark begins to glow in the rhythm, moving slow. Night swing magic fills the jazz and moonlight everywhere. Let the whole night drift afar through the doors of every bar. Night swing magic fills the air, jazz and moonlight everywhere. Let the whole night drift afar through the doors of every part. Rain falls softly on the street. Rain falls softly. Rain falls softly. Street. softly on the street. Rain falls softly on the street. Rain falls softly on the street. City lights begin to meet. Inside the bar, the trumpets cry like a whisper from the sky. Rain falls softly on the street. City lights begin to meet. Rain falls softly on the street. City lights begin to meet. Rain falls softly on the street. Golden light on cafe floor, soft jazz drifting through the door. A saxophone begins to sing while the quiet trumpets swing. Laughter floating through the room like perfume in soft bloom. Every stranger feels the glow where the midnight breezes blow. Golden hour starts to play. Night and music drift away. Every heart begins to glide with the rhythm as the guide. Moonlight dancing on the bar, silver shining from afar. Every dream begins to start deep inside a swinging heart. The piano hums a velvet rhyme, soft brass echoes out of time. Every spark begins to rise like the stars within those eyes. Golden hour starts to play. Jazz and moonlight lead the way. Let the whole night drift afar through the doors of every dawn. Streetlights shimmer on the rain, taxi horns and midnight trains. The city hums a gentle tune underneath the swinging moon. Inside the bar the candles glow, soft jazz rhythms moving slow. Trumpets sigh, glasses shine, someone pours another wine. Then she walks in through the door, like a song they've heard before. Silken shadow in her stride, confidence she cannot hide. She's the queen of the swinging moon tonight. Gliding smooth through silver light, every heart begins to fly when the band begins to sigh. She's the queen of the swinging moon tonight. Dancing slow in velvet light, every rhythm calls her name. Every spark becomes a flame. Piano lies beneath her feet, bass and drums begin to meet. Every note begins to glow like a fire burning slow. She don't chase the world outside, she lets the rhythm be her guide. Every step a melody, every breath a symphony. She's the queen of the swinging moon tonight, burning bright in amber light. Let the whole night play so far for the queen